me and my crazy spur of the moment lives. I should probably have more structure to this, but it's like when the moment hits, I have to go after it. Oh, my foot's asleep. Of course it is right now. Sorry, I sat on it for too long. So I seen I don't even know how to begin with this. I seen comments about how people are very tired. Like people post how tired they are and how exhausted they are, and then these people go in and they like buy this, do this, but no one asks. Okay, no one asks, and that's how I got a misdiagnosis because no one asked anything about me. And I asked because someone has to freaking ask. I was like, how much Whole Foods do you eat? And this woman was like, what's Whole Foods? And I was like, all right, scratch that. How much processed food do you eat? And she said, only. And I was like, well, let's start there. Because that's the issue. That's most people's issue. And that was my issues 3 years ago. I only ate processed food. I only ate Tyson chicken. Like there was not a vegetable in my freaking life to save me. I only ate Tyson chicken, 3 strips on the microwave, in the microwave. And that was lunch. And that was probably dinner too. I lived that way forever. And I was also on drugs forever, and I was also over medicated what felt like freaking forever because I trusted the doctors. You know what I mean? I trusted them in how I should take care of myself. But what they didn't ask was what my lifestyle was like, because if they asked, I would have said not stable. I would have said erratic. I would have said I feel crazy. I would have said I ate like shit. I would have said just all around unstable. And something happens when you only eat processed food. Something happens to your brain. It's like you're eating a whole bunch of science projects, okay? You're eating them, and it's giving you a hormonal and chemical imbalance. And that's what I had. Because the doctor never asked. So they misdiagnosed me and they threw pills at me, which made me more chemically imbalanced. And then I got more crazy, and no one actually sat to and got to know the lifestyle I was living. And no one suggested that I change my lifestyle. All right. So here's my thoughts. I could be wrong and you could tell me to shove it, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. Okay. On these comments, when I see like I'm tired, people are like, buy my high energy drink or whatever. Just nonsense. Okay. You don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. You want to heal it. And first, by healing that is by eating cleaner food. If you want more clarity and less brain fog and less bloating and less joint pains and less aches and more energy, all of that comes from your insides working. Okay. And when your insides function differently, your brain functions differently. And I can 100% tell you that because I was on the other side of it. And I did feel crazy. And I was crazy. I was erratic. I was irrational. I was out of control. And I had not the tiniest bit of grip on my emotions. Okay. So that's before Car. Somewhere along the lines, I started working out and I hit a plateau, and then I joined a boot camp, right? So, but I didn't know what I was doing. Like I worked out for 2 hours at the gym, and in my thought process was, if I burn 1,400 calories, I can have 2 chalupas. Can someone laugh with me? Can someone please laugh with me? That was my thought process. And then I was like, why am I not losing weight? Like what? Like if I burn enough calories, I can treat myself to 2 steak supreme chalupas from Taco Bell. Do you see how irrational that is? Okay, so thank you. I eventually started eating more vegetables, all right? And then I eventually started eating more fruit. I always eat fruit, but I started it was a daily thing at this point. And the daily healthier eating and occasional crap. But as time went on, and then I went to the extreme and went vegetarian, and now I'm back on meat. But now, last night, we had a talk, maybe we should cut out meat just for a couple weeks, just to get a grip on our hormones again, because we both feel unbalanced. All right. So I went to the extreme, and now I'm in the middle, and I'm still not perfect. I'm far from perfect, but food-wise, I understand more what works and what doesn't work for me. But if you're lacking energy and you're lacking clarity and you don't have any control of your emotions and you don't know what's happening and you're you know what I mean? drama surrounds you, chances are you're playing into the drama like a large part. Like you are the drama. And that is from your irrational thinking. And that is probably from your irrational mindset, which is probably from your irrational food eating. So just think about it. If you could eat cleaner, like when you go into a grocery store, go around the circumference, because that's usually where the whole food is, in the aisles, it's all packaged and that's processed. But if you go around the circumference, right, and you buy the fruits and the vegetables and the meats and stuff, the more organic, if you can push it. I know it's expensive, but if you can, and you do that for 2 weeks, and you drink more water for 2 weeks, what if you could have more clarity? What if you could get a grip on your emotions? What if you could feel better about yourself and have more energy to play with your kids and are happier and not feel like a zombie or mombi or whatever that crap is? What if? Wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth it to try for 2 weeks instead of just putting a Band-Aid on it? Like my biggest weakness right now is caffeine. It's always been my weakness. It's something I have yet to get away from. Black coffee is my jam, and I eventually want to cut back on that too. But I know this. And I also know that if I eat dairy, all my joints are going to hurt. I also know that when I eat too much meat, I get inflamed, and when I eat too much carbs and pasta, I look like I'm 3 months pregnant. Okay, but you have to learn these things, and by learning these things, you have to detox from this. I have a friend detoxing from carbs right now, and I know that sounds completely crazy, and she has the worst migraine in the world yesterday, and I'm like, come on, it's like an addict. The things they put in this food makes you addicted to it. For example, have you ever had A-chip? No. You're like eating like a homeless person that's never eaten before, and that's because they sprinkle this little magical fairy dust on it so you can shovel it in your mouth. That's how they feed the animals that we're eating also. They sprinkle crap on, you know what I mean? It's a cycle. It's a deadly cycle, and it's for profit, and it's obnoxious, and there's no integrity in it. But this is where we are in America. So all I'm saying is you can try your best. So you can try your best to eat the best food you can. Extent we don't know where exactly it's coming from, you know what I mean? And they get away with a lot of shady stuff. But if for 2 weeks I gave you a meal plan to help you step away from the center of the grocery store and step away from the processed food, to help give you energy, to help get you more clear, to help you feel better about yourself, wouldn't you do it? Like I don't want people to put Band-Aids on it. We had a long conversation last night about ADHD and our daughter. Hazel has autism, okay? And we're talking about the fact that she's probably ADHD. And I'm like, what if we removed like this food, and we made more organic this food? What if that can prevent her from getting another diagnosis? Isn't it worth it? And we're like, yeah, so we're going to do it. But you have to find your reason. And if you're miserable in your situation and you're miserable doing what you're doing, aren't you worth fighting for? Aren't you worth changing something? Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So nothing's going to change. You're never going to have clarity. You're never going to be able to think thoroughly. Nothing's going to change if you don't step out of this cycle that you're in. So to do that, you have to try something new. I know that seems scary, but I also know that it sucks only eating Tyson chicken. It sucks only eating processed food. It sucks feeling like you don't have a grip on your emotions, and nothing is worse than knowing you're crazy and being crazy and acting crazy, and yet you still have no grip on it. You're like, I am sorry, I'm being a lunatic, and then you continue being a lunatic. What if that could change? What if your pain in your body can change? Aren't you worth it? Aren't you worth fighting for? Aren't you worth doing something? Aren't your kids worth you doing something about it? It doesn't have to be a gigantic change overnight. It's literally just walking away from the middle of the aisles for 2 weeks. Like, it doesn't have to be this big, like, I'm going to change everything about my life tomorrow and then fail horribly because you changed too much too fast. No. It's little things over time. Won't you be worth it? If you like this post, or if you comment on this post, I will send you a 5-day cleaner eating meal plan. And it's a start. That's all I want to do. It's a start. 5 days. That's it. Just start. 5 days eating cleaner. 5 days of giving you hope. 5 days of maybe finding clarity. Okay? Because I see these people. No one smiles, by the way. Everyone's like walking around the store, and you're like, and they're like, why are you looking at me? I'm like, what's happening to America? If you want to feel better, and you want to have energy, and you want to get, you just don't know where to start, all you have to do is put like an emoji below this, and that's where you start. That's it. And I'll hand it to you, and I'll help you through it, and I'll walk you through it, and I'll check in on you, and I'll keep you accountable. I think that sounds simple. I think that is a good plan. So if you want 5 days of a cleaner eating plan, just put an emoji below. But if you, I don't want to watch you keep suffering. I want you to believe in yourself enough and your kids enough to keep you around for you to start fighting for yourself and not let yourself go. I know it's easy to use the microwave. I grew up like that. I lived like that for, how old am I? 32. So 27 years. I lived like that. There is another side, and there is clarity on the other side. I just want to like help you walk to the line that gets you to the other side. Just little baby goals. That's it. That's it. And I hope this makes sense. And I hope you realize that we are a product of our intake. We are a product of our mindset. We are a product of our food. We're a product of what we listen to. We're a product of our surroundings. So if your surroundings sucks, we got to work on that. All right? I hope this makes sense. You guys are awesome. Bye.